To blocked. Listen, as long as it's not Fortnite, Overwatch. What is she? Elder Scrolls, sure. Minecraft, sure. I don't play Roblox. Horrible. Very cute girlfriend donut. I just looked. Very, very, very cute. So I'm playing this game, and it's kind of confusing. What's happening? But I'm just trying to look for my mom.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the Kloud would have gone to the guillotine.
Yay, not PUBG, right?
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of
Von Wollner?
and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary.
Cries? Why? Sarah, do you like PUBG?
You'll find that Lord Mortimer.
I don't want to make my sister sad. Sister-in-law?
Monsieur de Richet.
I do apologize for being late. I was obliged.
She doesn't play it, but she loves it. She watches all the YouTube videos. Okay, so someone in here is guilty. I just don't know who it is. Okay? That's basically where we're at right now. Conviction. Politics, I don't know, logic. Yeah. It's like a very detective game. I'm trying to find my mom. This is like a Telltale games, kind of.
Do you mind?
It's very old school.
Call you Louis.
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. However, there may be some new developments, but I don't know if they are linked to your mother. We have found Elizabeth Adams' body in her room. I'm afraid she was brutally murdered, stabbed several times.
Who did it? I only bumped into her last night. Say nothing. Man, this is a tough one. Who did it?
Who could have done it?
That is precisely what I would like you to help us determine, Louis. Duchess Hillsborough informed us that she accompanied you at the beginning of the evening. You apparently bumped into Miss Adams, who wanted to speak to you. We are told you turned her away, and she went away on her own.
That's correct.
Do you know what she wanted to see you about, by any chance?
She seemed upset about something. I thought she was under the influence of alcohol, but we didn't really speak.
Pity. The poor child was probably trying to find help.
I thought it could wait until tomorrow.
So this girl died.
Apparently not.
Great.
Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But the case cannot remain unaddressed.
I understand. What do you intend to do?
I must reassure my guests, and
justice will be done.
And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why is that?
You met Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you. Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this murder. I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you. You have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like me to proceed?
Maybe you could start by getting to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked.
Time to investigate.
Can you tell me anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get over there and form your own opinion.
Okay.
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
Thank you, Louis.
All right.
Now, once
We're
you
investigating
finish,
a murder now.
come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting.
It's most likely one of those
And
people
Louis,
that we met.
you've got permission to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
First of all, we need to look for some charms, which helps me get my thing back. Probably like what thing?
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Oh, a four-letter word. Let's go. Give me some. Okay, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. We don't know. C. Second letter. A. Third letter. Maybe keep it S. Fourth letter. Doesn't make sense. Case. No.
Which four-letter word could open this
Who's
chest?
good? Who's good with letters and words? Case. Z. No. Let's go back to C. C. E. I. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's not a word. I don't know if it's actual word though. It could be just
which
letters.
four-letter word
Me.
could open this chest?
Okay, Liz, you get one shot. Here we go. First letter. It could be just four random letters. I'm not sure. Wah, 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 wah. Actually, I'll do this. Oh wait, I can't. It minimizes it. So Z-A-C-E. E-R-V-A. E-S-U-I. Oh, thank you, Sarah, sister. You guys are so generous with your bits today. Loving it. And then L-N-E-S. Well, you do your investigation. I am going to go grab this thing over here. A golden elixir, I don't need that. No, I need the honeycombs. I need the honeycombs. Okay, this is hard. You're changing letters. No, I can pick one of four. I'm saying I can... You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jellybean?
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice
I just don't know
out
if
of
the password
ordinary
is an
last
actual
night?
four-letter word or just like random
I saw the
letters.
French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe,
Well, I am
hanging
supposed
around near Miss
to
Adams'
wait. Tell
room.
me, what am I supposed
But
to do?
I would not
I have to
want
pick
get
four
an
letters to
innocent
unlock that
man
box,
into trouble, Louis.
and I don't
It's
know which
probably
one
not.
it is.
One last thing. You must know that Peru hit young Adams on the evening of our arrival. He apparently violently attacked her in the small salon.
Do you know anything else about the attack?
Oh, unfortunately not. I arrived too late to intervene. Young Miss Adams had already been submitted to the foul louse rat. Otherwise, you can believe me, it would not have happened.
Okay. So I got to investigate a murder, and we got to try to figure out who's the murderer. This is like a game of Kloud. I need honeycomb.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it attains its
Let's
final
go try it one
form?
more time. This box.
Charming.
Alright. So we don't know if it's a four... Yeah, I don't know.
Which four-letter word could open
Oh,
this chest?
four-letter word. It said four-letter word, so it is a word. Alright, 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 alright. Four-letter word. You said C? Let's start it off. C... A... E... C... A... Cane. No.
Which four-letter word?
Let's try
could open this
Lizzie.
chest?
Okay. Can I actually do that? No, no, I can't. C-A-S... Case. No, it's not case.
Which four-letter word
Okay.
could open this chest?
Okay, it's not case. Maybe C-A-S-S? No.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
I just need any four-letter word you could think of. Try like anything.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Zeus? Ooh, like a god. Okay. Z. E. Oh, if this works, Liz. Ho, 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 ho. Are you kidding me, Liz? How'd you... Oh, what did I get? I just missed what I picked up. I didn't even see. I didn't even see what I picked up. What did I pick up? What did I pick up? I don't even know what I got. What did I get from that? Oh no. I missed what I got from that. Whoa, spoilers much? No, I didn't want to come back here anyway. We're going to Adam's death. We must investigate the murder. So this girl was getting the shit kicked out of her. So if you're sensitive to women being beaten, this might not be for you. She was an alcoholic. She had a demon inside her, apparently. Oh my god, my mouse sensitivity is insane. So, random question. I'm gonna stop you right here. Hey, what's up going on, Zach? So, I have a mouse that looks like this, okay? Very simple. Very simple, right? It's got, 2 buttons on the side here, which I really love. Just 2, I don't like more. But it's coming... it's almost done. Like, when I left click to shoot, sometimes it double pops. So I'm thinking about getting a new mouse. So, do you guys have one you would recommend? What are you doing here, motherfucker?
Good day,
Oh, it's him.
Monsieur de Richet.
Mr.
Monsieur.
Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
No, nothing special.
You ought to go back to your room, as Lord Mortimer asked you to.
And may I know why you yourself are not in your quarters?
For very sad reasons, sir. which only concern Lord Mortimer, the only person I'm accountable to.
Oh, well, look at you.
This guy's
A new
sketchy.
right-hand man.
This guy's sketchy.
I see.
I'm not
I
giving.
shall leave you now, sir. I will
Get to
return
your
my
room and shut up. I mean, I used to Logic Mouse, MMO mouse, but it's a acquired taste if you're gonna use it. No MMOs. I just like the 1-2 button. I have a small, like I don't have a huge hand either, so I like just having the 1 and 2 buttons, and that's it. Okay, so this girl here was crazy. She was worshiping the devil or some shit. I have no idea. Anyway, we're gonna investigate here, and she's also an alcoholic. Oh my god. And there might be boobs in here, so if you don't want to see boobs, she's gonna wake up. Oh, this is gonna be hard.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't.
I like how it reads it.
I'm sure.
Liz,
you'll be able
Liz,
to
do you
put
want to
all of this behind
Snapchat
you
me
one
your
day.
mouse? Maybe do like a 360 slowly or something. That'd be nice. I'm really looking to a mouse. I just don't know what to get yet. Okay.
Clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
3:54. Where were you at
That would
3:54?
clear Emily de facto because she was still with me at the time.
Okay, so Emily is like a girl that I'm trying to slay, I think.
Pentagram? What the hell's been going on here? Contrary to what most people believe, a pentagram's not there to conjure up, I don't know what evil or demonic creature. With the point toward the top, the pentagram is an ancient symbol of protection against evil. Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during
Awesome.
an occult
And I'm gonna get a
ritual?
keyboard too, but I think I'm gonna do it all when I get back from ETS, my landing.
A notebook written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages. It looks like a mixture of medieval Latin and Anglo-Norman.
Let's
It is
translate.
difficult to make sense of this jerky writing. I can make out some passages, though. He's coming. The demon is upon me. He's coming back to kill me. There she is. Death has come to finish me off. I've just run into her son. That was her last entry. What tortured writing.
Is it possible it's
June
like a
11th,
demon?
1791.
I don't think we need to read that.
August 24th.
I don't think we need to read that either. Oh, we found something. A gun?
A pistol?
Ooh, a
Fairly
pistol.
new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
Check the barrel.
It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean. It isn't loaded, and well, there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently. There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip.
Maybe she
Difficult
had
to
the
know
gun.
for sure how they got there. A tribute engraved on the barrel to the liberators of France. Right. I shall have to find its owner.
I bet you multiple people tried to kill her. Maybe it wasn't one.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
Ooh, baby.
It's a travel dress. The silk has been lightly waxed to protect it from bad weather. And I know the very woman who came up with the idea, given all the traveling she does. My mother. God help us.
I wonder if
Why
my
did
mom
she
is the
come
one
here
that
in the
killed her.
first place?
She probably went to come kill
The
her.
material appears to have undergone abnormal wear and tear. She must have been scouring the countryside, and that doesn't look good.
Alright, that's a weird bed. Okay, we're gonna look at the body here eventually. I'm trying to hold off on that for now, because it's gonna be very nasty.
The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved.
I'm so mad I don't have enough,
Honey.
Oh, I need that for sure.
Better.
Need that for sure. So can I do that now?
Vials of laudanum.
Oh, see, but I would lose everything if I use it right now. No, we're not gonna use it. It's probably nothing. The vials. Oh, shite. Alright.
Poor girl bled to death.
Jesus Christ.
Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe. The lower part of the handle is
She seems like an
unsullied by
issue.
blood.
Seems
The murderer
it's
gripped the
yeah, I
weapon
wish I
so
didn't start
tight
halfway
there's
through.
no blood
It's
where he
like
held it. The handprint indicates a small and slender hand.
basically you're a detective
The blade is short
with your
and
mom,
thin.
and like your mom
Well,
like tries
sharpened,
to
apparently.
save people.
It's
and
covered in
they're
blood.
trying to make it look like she's a murderer,
Still fresh.
and it's like has like an RPG element to it. I'll kind of show you here after. Some bottles here.
Knocked over a bottle of wine.
Oh, partying because it was 2019. The smell, no. I'm not wasting my 3. I have skill points on the far left bottom.
What kind of plonk is that? Hey, it's a Bordeaux.
So you can
That's a
see
Chateau
right here,
Briand.
I got
It's a
skill.
great
I got
wine.
talent points that I can use,
I don't know what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
but I can only use it so many times an episode. So, all right. So we got poison here, I think. But I have a cure. Get rid of that. So don't smell wine. Okay, so we check the blood. What's this over here? What's this over here? This girl here came to me the night before I went to bed. She's like, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. But like, I was investigating some important stuff. And now she's dead. She's also getting beaten by her boyfriend. Alright, let's start with the legs. Work our
Blood,
way up.
but no trace of blows on the legs.
Okay. Sexual assaults. Look at tattoos.
More tattoos. Similar to those on the rest of her body.
So I don't want to waste my talent on this yet. Let's look at the head now.
I see no sign of bruising on the skull. The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth, she must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture. She also has old scars around the neck, maybe mutilations. She bled from the nose.
Oh, I need so many of these, but I don't have enough. I don't feel like it has anything to do with...
What a strange smell. Laudanum. Certain courtiers use it to get drunk. If taken in large quantities, it can provoke fits of madness.
So she's definitely got drunk. Okay, so we know the smell. I don't need to examine that. So, Washington from America. Gave her lots of alcohol. Probably to help her sleep.
I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax with a lot of blood.
But she could have got drunk by herself, right?
At first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death. Some of these tattoos are veritable works of... What's that? The skin between her breasts is different. Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin. Probably during childhood.
Gross.
The scars are anything to go by.
Blech.
It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body.
Don't tell me I have to take that paper off her chest.
There are numerous marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion.
Voices are nice in this. Yeah, the
Couldn't have
voices are
happened
all
without a lot of
different.
noise.
And there's like people from all over the
Also a
world,
number
like
of
France,
old
Germany.
scars.
Okay, so she did get grabbed here.
Scarring. Ugh.
I just only have
Scarring isn't
I have
very
3
regular,
points
but
left, and I can only
they're
do
mostly
2
from
things.
old cuts.
So I'm kind of nervous what to use my points on, because I might need them later. If I would have known I would have needed so many, I would have.
She had the Sigillum de Ameth tattooed on her.
I don't know what that
The
means.
symbol of the living God.
I don't know what that
Written
means.
in the language of angels, according to believers. It is rare for someone to know about symbols like this at her age. Unless her mother was a tutor. Ancient Greek. Let's see what it means.
And
These are
I've
sacred
chose
chants
to use
intended to protect their bearer.
skills to be able to translate
But
stuff.
From whom? Or from what?
If I didn't have that, I would be able to do it.
People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
So I think what happened with this girl is she had like a demon inside her, and the only way to kind of like get it out of her system was to
Scars
cut
are
herself.
superficial and were made several years ago. She wasn't trying to take her own life.
She probably did it to try to get like the demon out of her or something. Okay. Okay. What am I supposed to do again? Investigate Adam's death. But I'm allowed to go into other people's rooms, I think. Yes, I do got some trade points, I just don't want to use them yet.
Blood spatter indicates that the murderer must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
But she's also drunk and has a demon inside her. She's also drunk and has a demon inside her. Alright, is there anything else I'm missing?
Has Sir finished with this room?
No, I haven't gone over everything yet.
Sir may take his time. When Sir would like to leave, Sir has only to tell me.
How if I want to leave without telling you? Oh, I can't. What else? Okay, the wine. We don't need to inspect the wine. I'll save my trait for that. Already did that. Is there anything else on the walls that I'm missing? If you guys see anything, be sure to let me know. We're gonna leave and see what happens.
Has Sir finished with this
I know
room?
enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
Okay, now we're gonna go investigate other rooms real quick. Let's see if there's like maybe a murder weapon of knives or something.
President George Washington.
Alright, George Washington. I'm investigating your room. I don't know what that did, but
A map of Vermont.
the golden elixir, good to know. I need honeycombs. I need honeycombs. There's George Washington.
looks like a note between
Emily
and
and
Washington
Washington about trade dealing.
deals.
Decipher the letter. I just don't know if it's worth it right now.
My dear George,
Okay, but we know they're buddy-buddy. Okay, hold on. I know they're buddy-buddy. So this girl I'm trying to slay, or I did slay, and Washington are buddy-buddy, and I think they're like business partners from England to the States. Alright, George Washington, let me just investigate your other room here, and I'll come back and interrogate you, motherfucker. Okay. Oh. Unlock.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
I had to do it. Oh. Did I already get that one, maybe? Yes! We got 4 now. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's go interrogate and see what he says here. Decipher the letter, maybe?
It looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals. The English and the Americans are preparing a peace treaty. It would appear that Emily is in secret discussion with Washington about reopening trade between the United States and England. If such an arrangement came into being, France would suffer dearly.
Greetings, Louis.
Mr. President, you can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
It's... How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's dead?
I know, Mr. President. I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy.
We will
I
find
must
out.
ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
I'm talking to all the guests to find out who has an alibi and, well, who doesn't, Mr. President. Can you tell me what you were doing last night so that I can strike your name off the list?
I spent the night right here, reading.
All night?
Exactly. Emily stopped by in the middle of the night, you can ask her. She wanted to talk about some business we have in common.
Anything whatsoever to do with Elizabeth?
Not at all, Louis. A business matter.
Spanking and tanking. He looks like he's grieving.
Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes. She came to ask me for some.
For some, you gave her
She
a
had finished
whole
her
fucking
reserve,
case.
I believe.
Do you take it regularly, Mr. President?
Unfortunately, I do, Louis. I still suffer from a terrible toothache, and it's not likely to get any better.
It's just for that, then.
Old age, my young friend. I don't wish it upon you, but you'll soon see. At my age, it's rare to have no problems in that domain.
And do you take a lot?
A moderate amount, Louis. Only the dosage indicated on the prescription of my doctor.
Tell me, Mr. President, had you spoken to Elizabeth since your arrival?
I think he's.
You know her
I think he's
father.
innocent.
You thought she was dead.
No, I didn't. And I believe I'll be taking my remorse with me to my grave. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to begin.
You can't blame yourself. You couldn't have known that her days were numbered. Do you know if she had any enemies, Mr. President?
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Perry, but that case was closed if I'm not mistaken. But if in doubt, I wouldn't leave any door unopened, and I'd go and question your fellow countrymen.
Don't worry, countryman or not, I'm not letting anybody slip through the cracks. Mr. President, we found a footprint at the scene of the crime.
Not a dress shoe, I hope. That's all I wear.
No, rest assured, it looks like the print of a big ankle boot. A large size, I'd say.
Perfect. That should help you, Louis. It's a clue.
Okay. We got a clue, motherfuckers. Alright. I really don't think it's Washington. Do we have any more? Any more honey? More honey. More honey. More honey. Ooh, is that a thing open? No, I already opened that. More honey. More honey. Alright, whose door is this?
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Okay, I can't go into this one for whatever reason.
Huh, that's me.
It's my room. We don't need to go that either. Alright, we're gonna go...
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Alright, Duke! Okay, can't investigate you either. Okay. It's bullshit. Told me I could...
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Alright, Emily, we're coming in.
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
Oh, there's blood on it! I saw blood!
Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of
That's
the
me.
French language.
What do you mean,
in
huh? That's
all
me.
its splendor.
Oh, yeah. When
Whoever
he's like,
masters
oh, it's
French
my,
commands the world. At least une partie of it.
Une partie of it. Ben oui, le ha. Liz, who's the murderer? Somebody here. Is it the French?
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers.
You can inform the king.
Two coils circle the lock.
Oh man, I could use it.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention.
Oh,
I
they
shall
got
be
it
back
on,
for
baby.
my
They
last
got it
word.
on.
If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte,
Sounds good. Search. Ah. I want to unlock this.
Two coils circle the lock.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer.
So I gotta be careful about the French guy.
A matter in Paris that concerns her estate.
All right, I've retrieved everything.
Okay, and I have enough to search this.
a devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
What can I do for you, Louis?
I've come to see
So
you
this
about
guy,
last
this
night's
girl I
tragedy.
slammed last episode.
Did you hear
for
anything
information.
about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful. I didn't know her well.
But I don't think
but
she
I hope
did
at
it.
least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
Elizabeth was stabbed 9 times. No doubt she suffered greatly.
9 times? What monster is capable of
Here's
such
Alright.
a horrible
my
thing?
beans. I have to go now.
Do you know what
Have a
happened
great rest of
exactly?
stream.
In fact,
Oh, thank you, Liz.
Lord Mortimer has asked me.
Are you
to
streaming
look
later?
into this case that
Maybe
we-
I'll watch some.
Really?
We
Are
stream
you
while I'm at
Lord
work.
Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth,
Thank you
not
for the
Mrs.
biddies.
Mortimer.
Good for you.
You must be like
Quite right,
my leader.
too. Have you found out anything?
Since your arrival, did you notice anything strange about Elizabeth?
Everything that happened around that poor child was strange. You saw that for yourself.
I know. You're right. I'm looking for leads to try to reduce the number of suspects.
Well, I would say that in addition to ourselves, you could also cross off President Washington. I went to see him during the night. I had some business with him, and I can confirm that he didn't leave his room all night.
Well, that gives Washington an alibi.
I might be really late. That's fine, because I work all night. Alright, so we know it's not
Did
Washington
you
or
and
her.
Elizabeth get to know each other?
Or was both of them.
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
I found a torn piece of dress in Miss Adams' room. Gray silk.
Where's it from?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The color doesn't match any of Elizabeth's dresses, but I might not have found all of her clothes yet.
Good Lord, Louis, do you realize what this means? If this piece of dress isn't from Elizabeth, then it's... I don't have any grey silk dresses, Louis. Neither does my sister, since we wear the same clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to check with you.
I'm so sorry, Louis.
Thank you.
Are you all right? You know, I'm sure there's a good reason why your mother was at the scene.
Thank you, Emily. I hear you were in discussions with the Holy See.
Oh, either
I
his
hope
eminence
I
can't
solved
keep his
the murderer.
tongue from wagging, or you've been poking your nose where you shouldn't, sir.
Even so, Emily, you're raising a royalist army. That's no small matter.
And you are straying from the subject. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me?
We found the murder weapon.
What is it?
A dagger, quite slim.
Have you found its owner?
Not yet. Still searching as it happens. That said, since a blade penetrated the body several times, the murderer's hand will have been covered in blood.
You think that's a clue?
The handprint was a very slender hand, Emily. Probably that of a woman.
Do you realize what that means? There are only 3 of us on the island. Bearing in mind that neither my sister nor myself had any reason to set upon the young lady, that means...
I know, Emily. I know.
Keep up your courage, Louis. I'm sure there's an explanation. You're bound to shed some light on it all.
If what you say is true, Emily, I'm less and less enthusiastic about shedding any light on the subject. I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
I just don't understand what the big ass footprint is. Is there anything that doesn't make sense? The only thing that doesn't make sense is that big ass footprint.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
I feel like I should have kept all my stuff for this.
It's a beautiful weapon, my dearest son. French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty. There's just one holster in Bonaparte's gear. and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition.
His pistol.
That's typical of the soldier in him.
My dear...
Why are they making it like every little part of like? Why is it so like so many pieces in one room for?
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It
Makes no
must
sense.
belong to a French soldier.
All right, let's see what he says.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
Listen, there was a murder last night.
As any good soldier would, I imagine you own a firearm. May I see it?
Oh, well, if you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling. Only a bandit would carry such an arsenal.
Thank you. Someone saw you not far from the victim's room. Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Were you able to recognize the prowler?
Unfortunately not, no. It was dark, and Lord Mortimer was waiting for me. I was not really paying attention anyway.
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
It's a bullshit.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
That's bullshit. George Washington said he was playing cards the entire time.
Did any of you leave during the game?
Or he was reading his room.
Not that I know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you. What time did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight, so I preferred to go up to bed.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No.
Miss Empy!
Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all.
I'm packing
Except
tomorrow.
The luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back before we leave. Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
Me too. Alright, so this guy was useless. He's playing cards downstairs. I feel like I need to go downstairs. I'm expecting a murder, Miss MP.
C'est Jacques Perru.
Ooh, this is the guy. This guy is going to fuck me in the face.
What do you want from me, de Richet?
Greetings. It's fallen to me
Cut
that...
the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
And have you got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
I need honeycomb. I need honeycomb.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Damn it!
The Massacre of the Innocents by Van Harlow. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
I need honeycombs. Like, I know, I'm so excited. Please tell me that was... No, it wasn't.
Dear friend. Dear friend.
If me and Mark both bring our PCs, would one go next to Frank? And I don't know that game. It's just like Telltales. It's like Telltales, but like you get talents of what kind of detective you want to be, and you're trying to solve a murder mystery, kind of like Telltale games. If me and Mark bring our computers, one would go what into the room that you play in, and one would go where Frank is. Would that be ideal? And should we bring extra cables? I was gonna bring my monitor anyway. We have another table we can use for one for you. Okay. I'm just gonna bring everything just in case anyway.
Another painting on the Massacre of the Innocents?
I don't know if this will work, but we'll try it.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Oh, I got a hard mouse, Matt. Don't you worry.
Dear Monsieur Peru. All right. Dear Miss. All right. I've retrieved everything. Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent. All right. I've retrieved everything.
So we unlocked that, and there's one more here, I believe. So we're gonna also unlock this one.
Great. Honey.
And then we're gonna use the honey. Okay, we're in a good spot now. We're in a good spot now. Alright, we're gonna investigate this motherfucker and hope to God he doesn't break my face. The top table is kind of okay, yeah, I read that. Okay. We'll be fine. 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 We'll be fine.
Records of the
We'll be
police.
fine.
Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris.
Okay, but
It's a list of
Anima
people under
snapped
surveillance
me
in
a
Paris.
really good
And there's
poutine.
some well-known names on
I
it.
need to eat it.
This is valuable information. This shouldn't be
Just so
lying
you know.
around.
So our me and Mark's plan is to leave around noon or 11 in the morning, and then we're gonna adventure off into Montreal for a bit, and then we're gonna leave Montreal before the traffic starts around 3ish or 2:30. So we should theoretically get there by 5. And I also don't remember your address because first time was with Chris and both other times was with Mark. So like they both have your exact address and I don't think I actually have it on mine. So if you just want to like maybe Facebook message me or just put like what I need to put in my GPS because I'm going to bring my car this time. I'm coming with the red rocket, baby. Woohoo!
Dear Miss. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Okay, this guy might break my face, so I'm gonna give my attention here to this dink.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions. Two days ago, I surprised you having a go at Miss Adams. What happened? Did you want to give her another beating? She wouldn't let you push her around again, huh?
Shut up, you little
Sounds
shit.
good.
You have no idea
He
what
memorized
happened, and here you are, carping away. You think you're Investigator of the Year. Have you taken a look at yourself, Deriche?
Didn't you get enough beating her black and blue the last time?
I did not.
Ooh, I want to tell this guy off so bad.
Go on. Keep going.
Finish what you came to do, then get out of my room.
You were armed the night of my arrival. Can I see your weapon?
No.
You do realize you're not helping, don't you? You're making it worse for yourself. I know you were at the scene. We will save a lot of time if you just tell me what happened.
You know nothing at all.
You know
Enlighten
nothing,
me
Jon
then.
Snow.
For now, I have your footprint in a pool of blood.
That's right. The only thing you can prove is one of my boots was at the scene. Congratulations, you've wrapped up the investigation.
Is he gonna fight me?
All right, have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
20 seconds.
I'd like to talk about the letter you're writing. What woman is it addressed to?
Who says it's a woman? I'm not saying any more. There's no point you insisting.
So that didn't go too well. That did not go well at all. So he was definitely there. I feel like he killed her. With the help of something else, maybe. Or he went to go, like, see her and she was already dead.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Of Byzance.
The Sorrows of Young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me, but I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory
Is there anything
alive.
you would like
Your
specifically to do
ever-obedient servant.
this weekend?
So,
Or you just want to have like a chill
Volmer had
weekend?
a relationship with Elizabeth,
chill out and stuff?
but that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult. Golden elixir. A chest locked with a four-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Liz, I need you again! Okay, so a four-letter word close to... Okay. L. I. I'm gonna guess lion. No. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. No, that doesn't make sense. Chill out, play games. Frank says practice PUBG.
A chest locked with a four-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
What room am I in? Von Vollener's room. Okay, let's go to journal. King. Open their lodge and the influence, passionate about the occult, science, and alchemy. He led to orders, religion. Home. Home or king? Let's see if that's an option. Home or king? Ooh, is that something on the ground? No, it's not.
A chest locked with a four-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
And eat foods. Home. No, it can't be home. And it can't be king. tell me it's Zeus too. I need a 4-letter word, Miss MP. Lion. L. I. Liam. No. Lime. No. No.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Human soul. What about soul?
A chest locked with a 4-letter code.
What are the
Surely a
available
word
letters?
close to the owner's heart.
I'll write them out. So... So the first word is one of those. And it's an actual word, so it's not just random letters. It was F-P-I-E. Liz somehow got it. It was Zeus for the first one. N-O-A-M. G-U-X-C. So I don't know what word you can use. So I'm thinking like... lease.
Chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Zing.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart. Chest locked with a 4-letter code.
This is actually a hard
Surely
one.
a word close to the owner's heart.
Owner's heart.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code.
Do we know anything about the
Surely
owner?
A word close to the owner's heart.
I can keep checking the rest of his room. This is all I know about him so far. This guy here. Basically, whatever he says, is a Prussian minister of religion, a friend of King Frederick William II. Managed the affairs of state, former pastor, a member of the Mason Lodge. He had a time he needed to convert his king to a point of view. Together, they opened their own lodge under the influence of Rosie Cruchot. Passionate about the occult, sciences, and alchemy, he led the ward of religion. I felt like some kind of god. I feel like it's some kind of god. A friend of Sir Georgery Holm. Vaughn believes in spiritual alchemy, of which materia prima is a human soul. That's all. I'm gonna read his books real quick, okay? Maybe I can find something here.
The signs of obscurantism.
Science of obscurantism. I already did that. Maybe I can find something here. One sec. Let me just check.
Amber crystals.
The alchemist is an old man.
No, there's not really much.
The alchemist is an old man.
Alchemist.
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the sorrows of young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me.
What about
but I hope
Eliz?
that this will nonetheless
Eliza,
keep
like
the
short
memory
form of her
alive.
name.
Your ever
Zinc?
obedient servant. So,
Oh, because
Volker
he's an
had a
alchemist.
relationship with Elizabeth. But that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
Okay, Eliz. Okay, so zinc and okay.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code.
Let's try zinc
Surely
first.
a word close to the owner's heart.
Zinc. Oh, I was close to it already. Second letter I and C. Yes! I should have known. Okay, let's go investigate this motherfucker.
What can I do for you, de Richet?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer has appointed me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
Oh, yes. It's horrible. Yes. How can I help, monsieur?
Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really, to tell the truth. No.
You're
I found
lying.
the Werther dedication, signed by your hand, Monsieur. Would you like to change your version now?
Be careful, de Richet. Don't push your luck.
Yeah, don't start with me.
Miss Adams was pure and has nothing to do with you. Well, continue playing the detective as you see fit. But
So
if
this
I
guy and
find
the other guy,
bastard
yeah, this
who
guy and
did
the other
that
guy.
to Elizabeth,
Let me see his shoes.
I will.
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now. You loved her, didn't you?
That is none of your damn business.
Your feelings betray you, sir.
So what? Yes, I loved her like a moth loves the flame of a candle. That's why we could never be together.
Did you see how many tattoos Miss Adams had on her?
Of course. Who wouldn't have noticed?
Yes, but I'm sure that an expert like yourself must have an opinion on the subject.
I do. She was seeking to imprison something inside her. Her own body had become a sort of prison.
She wanted to protect herself. Is that what you're saying?
Elizabeth was a flame, a candle in the night. And like all candles in the night, she was surrounded by darkness, by her demons, call it what you will. One thing is for sure. She struggled against hell and high water not to let her flame go out.
Where were you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed.
Lying.
But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly. Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she...
No, I'm not gonna waste time.
Not really, to tell the truth. No.
I found the Werther dedication, signed by your hand, Monsieur. Would you like to change
I don't
want
to ask this again.
Be
I don't
careful,
want to ask
de
this
Richet.
again.
Don't push your luck.
I don't want to ask
My
this again.
relationship with Miss Adams was pure and has nothing to do with you. Well, continue playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response. but
So he doesn't want
I
her
see I have
dead
my
because he
answer
loved
now.
her. But I don't know if I want to interrogate this part though. How long did you last? What was your relationship over? The nature of your relationship. Nah, I'm not wasting my points.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
Yeah, so he loved her and he didn't want to kill her. I feel like he killed her to put her out of his misery, maybe. That's a possibility, right? Possibility. He loved her, he didn't want her to be with anyone else. I can't go downstairs. Alright, how many other buildings do we have left?
Poor girl bled to death.
Yes, we know. Jealousy gone wrong? Possibly. Or the guy that used to beat her before.
Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
What do I do when I'm done with this?
Has finished with this room?
No, I haven't gone over everything yet.
Sir may take his time. When Sir would like to leave, Sir has only to tell me.
Haven't seen much, but I don't think he killed her, at least not intentionally.
Fairly
Yeah.
new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
So we don't know whose this is. That's dark. Yeah, I know. So the thing about this girl,
Right.
Is she
I'd
had a
like to find
demon
someone.
inside her. But someone stabbed her with a knife. So the problem is that we have a gun here, we have a girl's clothing here, we have a girl's dagger, and then we have alcohol from like somebody else. So it's like almost like everyone teamed up to kill her. You know what I mean? And then that other guy was beating her to death. And I just don't know how to stop the investigation. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't know what else to look for.
President George Washington.
I've already done Washington. See, now I've done basically everybody, so I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to make the game, like, continue.
Huh, that's me. Duke Manuel Godoy.
Oh, can't go there either. Can I go downstairs, maybe? No.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
We've already checked out Emily. She didn't do it either. I need to go...
Sir Jacques Peru.
I think I've already talked to this guy. The Duchess! Yeah, she's like some girl with big ass boobs, so I slept with her already. No big deal. Okay, so we already spoke to this dink. Okay, I don't know where he is anymore. Oh, there he is. So this is the guy who I think did it.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions. Let's get right to it. Are you Elizabeth Adams' murderer?
That is for you to prove, if I'm not mistaken, boy. You weren't expecting me to do all the legwork for you, were you? Lazy man.
Goodbye, sir. We shall meet again.
Probably.
Check for the guy. He won't give it. I already tried. He won't show me at all. He's being very, very,
Right. I've retrieved everything.
very... Like, he won't show me any evidence. And I don't know how to make, like, the next, like, say I'm done investigating. I don't know how to stop. Sorry, Jeff was messaging me. Go up here? Oh, I can go up here. What's up here? Okay.
A nightmare painted by Fusi Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Looking for any items here that I might need. Okay, I think I'm good to talk to him. Okay, I already talked to that guy. I already checked the bookshelf. Yeah, I'm in like a big fucking mansion in the
I've come
middle
to
of
speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
Will you remind me of the facts we already know about?
Elizabeth Adams was killed last night, but Piaggi was with Holm and I until late at night. As for Bonaparte and Washington, they left us after midnight, both tired.
I believe I've identified the murderer.
Really, Louis? All right then. Please think carefully before you give me your answer. This is a very, very serious accusation.
I'm going to need a bit more time to review my findings about the crime.
I do understand. All the more so as it's crucial not to make any mistakes when it comes to naming the culprit.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, wait. We're gonna... Okay. So here's the thing, Miss MP, okay? The weapon. Okay? The murder weapon is a female dagger. Okay? Which could be hers used by a guy, I don't know. We found a ripped sheet of a woman's dress there. Okay? And we found a male boot next to the blood. So I'm thinking it has to be a male.
I've come to speak about the findings.
The guy
of the
that you were like,
investigation,
oh,
my
check
lord.
for his gun. He beats her, and then the other guy loved her. So I feel like one of them killed
I'm
her.
listening, Louis.
Everyone else like was seen together, right? So I have clues, but prefer not to accuse anyone. Should I not accuse anyone? Maybe she killed herself. That's what I'm thinking, right? This could ruin the whole game if I click. I don't want to accuse anyone. I have clues, but I prefer not to accuse anyone. I don't think I can accuse anyone. I don't have proof. What happens if she killed herself? Right? And what about the Duchess? Oh no, the Duchess was in bed with this guy. And then she met up with Washington before his card game ended to discuss business. The only people that it could be is my mother, which is a girl, which I think is the dress that's on the ground. The gun that was in the room was never fired. And then the dagger is for like a girl to have to like stab somebody if they like feel threatened, right? So the only thing that makes it sound like it's a guy is a big ass boot, which could be those two guys that you saw at the end. But like I'm thinking like maybe she killed herself. I just don't have proof, like legit proof that it's the guy. I feel like it's a male one, I just don't know which one. So I don't know if I should tell this guy who's like the king of this place, that say it's a male, or say I prefer not to accuse anyone. So I feel like whatever I say here is gonna fuck up the game. Play it smart or try to pin someone into a corner. But then I feel like the game is trying to make me believe it's a male. You know what I mean? I think it's the one with the gun. But she wasn't shot. She was stabbed 9 times. That's the thing. Oh, you think it's the one with the gun? Alright, so you're saying put all my chips on a male suspect. Yeah, she was stabbed 9 times. And she bled out. And she was very drunk. So she might have got, like, intoxicated. But she did it on herself. And she has, like, she believes in demons and some shit. So it's like a really tough situation here. I'm not too sure which way to go. Like, if I say I have a culprit, I have to be 100% sure that it's that. Like, I'm pretty sure it's that guy, that big bully guy. But can you review the clues you found?
I'll be in touch as soon as I have any more information.
Let me see if I can bring it up here. Okay, so this girl got killed. Okay. No, sorry. No, that's my mom. So this guy loved her. And they're not together anymore. And he knows she was fucked up. And, like, we don't know how it ended. Okay? So maybe he killed her because he wanted to save her from being in pain. I don't know. But he sounds like he's really pissed off that someone killed her. This guy here beats the shit out of her. Got caught being drunk with her and smacking the shit out of her. But, like, he says he doesn't want her dead because he still wants to do it, right? So, but, like, who knows? Immunity questioning to be discovered. She was banging me at nighttime. That's me. That's this guy here, like, he was just kind of, he was playing cards with friends. He was playing cards with George Washington and a servant and this guy, I think. And then, yeah. I don't know if I can go over clues. That's basically all I really know. I think I'm gonna say that I can't.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
I think I'm gonna say I can't. I can say. You want me to say the clues that we already known? It's hard to know. Oh my god, I know. Okay, I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry, my lord, but I don't have any evidence conclusive enough to allow me to name the culprit with certitude.
Really? I see. Well, that's your decision, Louis, and I accept it. Given the distinguished guests and the sensitive political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my own way. Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She's in hiding. She isn't missing.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why.
Now. Okay, I'm almost done.
It would surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone.
You're tired of playing with
hackers? The
hackers?
question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
I'm gonna say cat.
I'd like to answer the cat, but unfortunately I'm increasingly worried that she's in fact the mouse.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the cannon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me. Isn't Bonaparte a bit young to deserve so much attention?
Well, you come straight to the point. I like that. Indeed, if you knew just how much you remind me of him. Trust me, I'll wager that Monsieur Napoleon will soon prove himself. I'm working on it, at least. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Thank you so much.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
In this
Sounds
way,
good.
you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what he said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
She was looking for someone.
What do you mean?
In Paris, we were working on a smuggling case to do with occult objects. We had just arrested a dealer who intended to go to you to meet a buyer. My mother was here to find out to whom he intended to sell his stolen treasure.
Oh. What was the name of your dealer?
Oh, I don't remember his name. Fuck.
I can't remember exactly. Von something or other.
Von Volner?
No, not your friend Mr. Von Volner.
There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Her not coming back to the manor after so long makes me wonder if she's wary of someone.
Well, certainly. But whom? The only ones who were present during her stay were Sir Gregory, Duchess Hillsborough, Mr. Von Volner, and myself.
You forget Elizabeth Adams, my lord.
That's true. But Gregory and I arranged it so that they wouldn't run into each other. I thought it had worked. Do you think that your mother felt she was in danger because of Elizabeth?
It's possible.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jersey, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
armistice between the Russians and the Turks. Russia's come out of it having officially won Crimea, which gives it direct access to the Black Sea.
And, at the same time, the Mediterranean Sea. I'm worried about the decisions Tsarina Catherine might decide to take. She's a woman who managed to get rid of her husband to accede to the upper reaches of power. Gaining access to the Mediterranean Sea remains her main objective. When she still had that dear Potemkin as her lover, I could always find out about her intentions, but those days are over.
You're speaking of Grigory Alexandrovich Potemkin?
The very man.
I have no idea who the
little
hell that is.
devil behind the mother of all Russians. Since his death, I know absolutely nothing of what the Tsarina is up to.
Oh, really?
Ah, yes. I didn't mean to shock you. Please forgive me. Let's just say that, in my position, it is often advantageous to know about the habits and customs of world leaders.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Unfortunately, my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse
It's pretty cool.
to worry about
It's
now,
like,
Louis.
It's like,
Since
wonder
she
how you can
disappeared,
unlock some
your
of
mother
the
has
traces.
been
I'll show you in
seen
1 second.
once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival.
It's cool because
greatly
like you can play this and have a
surprised
totally
Greg and
different
myself.
experience.
She resurfaced to
Like you
attack
still have this
Emma,
conversation, it just might
Emily
be different.
Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on.
That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that?
Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance
I'm basically
of your
looking
mother,
for my
Louis.
mom. That's like the main
I
point of
would
the game.
like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
The room was just opposite Mortimer's study.
Okay. So you get I don't know how to get here. Hold on a second. Okay. So when you start the game off, you get to choose right away what kind of talent or detective you want to be, okay? So you could be a diversioner, which is like someone who can like, I don't know, avoid questions, you know, read different languages, know about stuff and attitude and all that bullshit. You can be a cultist. You could know about, you know, pick locks, be able to manipulate people, and anyway, that's another one. And then you have logistics, like you'll be able to know poetry, notice people's behavior and question them on it.